That's right, guys. New hot toy, new Spidey. Let's open it.
I've got an itch I can't scratch, I'm missing a piece that completes a whole part of me, an open wound scar to see. Everybody come here, gather round, welcome to the freak show, the best in town. What the hell's wrong with me? I don't get along with anybody, honestly. I've been living in my own head constantly, thoughts jumbled round, think I need a new lobotomy. Wait, all these thoughts are too negative, I don't wanna get lost in the sedative. Gotta show them what I got, I'm competitive, you know I'm about to go.
Hey guys, welcome back again to Dave's Dimension. Welcome back again for another video. Welcome back again to the channel. This is your home for tech, toys, and talk. And of course, the channel where chaos and insanity will always reign supreme. So we're back again for another unbox. Yeah, that's right. Another hot toy, another Spider-Man. This time, No Way Home. We got the black and gold Spidey tech suit, as some people like to call it. So we're going to go ahead and open this up right now. What do you guys say? So let's go. So now I know you guys have probably seen a hundred, if not more, videos of this being unboxed. We're just going to cut right through it, guys. Let's just go straight to it. Okay, guys. So we got it out of the box. Now, of course, if you've ever had a hot toy or any 1/6 scale figure, you know you're going to get a ton of accessories, and hot toys, they have yet, and I do mean yet, to disappoint. So we're going to go ahead and lift this top off right here. Now, I always leave the plastics, any kind of coverings, exactly as they are. Now, what I like is they have these little foam pieces attached here, to kind of hold everything in place and also to protect it. Now, I know you guys have seen a ton of different hot toy unboxings. Now, this is my review. Now, of course, yes, I am late to the party. This movie's been out for for about 2 years now, but I could not pass this up. Why can I not pass this up? Because it's No Way Home. Spider-Man No Way Home hits me in ways that I can't even describe. Second, I grabbed him, this Spider-Man hot toy, and the Doctor Strange No Way Home, which is going to be featured in a separate video. But I grabbed these both through a very awesome website called popculture.au. I'm going to have the link in the video description below, and I'm going to have a link directly to this toy itself. Now, this is a very awesome website that is actually featured. It's actually based out of Australia, of all places, and they have amazing deals on amazing hot toys. I have no affiliation with them, but I came across them through a friend of mine. He said, hey, I got this amazing hot toy through them. You definitely should check them out. I checked them out, and I had some amazing deals that I got. I got both him and Doctor Strange after tax and shipping for roughly around $335 US, which is amazing considering I got two amazing hot toys that we're going to be unboxing. More on that website on a later video, guys, but let's go ahead and check it out. First off, of course, we get our Tom Holland head sculpt. Now, this is the latest Tom Holland head sculpt, and I do dig this. If you ever seen the head sculpts for any of the hot toys, they are just beyond. I mean, take a look. That is Tom Holland's head right there. And what's cool is we got a little bit of a little sloppy hair. We get the little hair kind of going over his eyebrow. The eyes are just amazing. Now, the amount of detail that they have on here. Now, this is not any kind of damage. There are no cuts or bruises. But the amount of detail that they have on the Tom Holland sculpt is amazing. The coloring, we have some dark shading with some light browns towards the top. It looks amazing. Now, just like with a lot of the modern Spideys, what they're doing is they're giving you a hood. They're giving you the mask that he can just hold in his hand. No, do not attempt to put this over his head. You're gonna ruin this. You might cause some damage to the head sculpt. But this is just something cool where you could just have him kind of like holding his mask off to the side. That is something very awesome here. And of course, we have, let's go back to the overview. There you go. So we get all these different spider hands right here. Now, this is meant to be the Spider-Man suit turned inside out because that paint, he got doused with paint, so the red was turned inside out. But I really love the circuitry look that we got going on here. Let me see if I can get this to focus. The circuitry on here is insane. I love the black and gold here. It takes it to a whole different level. We do have a swappable piece, which is for your web shooting. We get a set of hands here and a set of hands here. I mean, the amount of detail. The amount of detail is, like I said, on a whole different level right there, guys. There you go. Look at the texture on the fingertips, on the fingers, and this is so smooth. This is buttery smooth right here, guys. So it's definitely something you can't miss out on. Now, speaking of accessories, we get, of course, different Spidey eyes, which are swappable because on the actual masthead, they're just magnets, so they swap out very easy. Now, if you've had a Spider-Man hot toy, you know we get the very basic spider webs right here to choose from. We got our swinging one, and then of course we got our web shooters, different lengths, different effects. I'm not going to bore you guys with all those details. What do we have here? Looks like we got extra pins here for the wrists. Now, we get a nice little arcane magical gold web shooting effect. Now, this is meant to be used with his new Mystic Gauntlet, courtesy of Doctor Strange, of course. And the detail on this is just beyond insane here, guys. I love this. This looks awesome. And yes, people have featured this in videos where you can put this on either left or right. We got the Mystic webbing effect, and then we have these Mystic discs that we can use as part of the web shooting with that gauntlet. Now, this is a very cool magnetic piece that actually goes right on his chest and comes right off. Magnets, they go a long way, guys. What can we say? Of course, like many of the web shooting effects, we do get the little funnel effect. It would have been cool if we had maybe a funnel effect for the gold, even though that's not really a thing in the movie. Now, aside from this, we get our atypical kind of a Hot Toys standard now. We get the little display. Of course, it says Spider-Man. We get the little tech design right there, Spider-Man No Way Home. And of course, black and gold suit. That's all we get right there. Let's take off some of the coverings. And you gotta give it up to Hot Toys because they really do. They take it to whole new levels with all the coverings that they put on here. I gotta get his hand back out. They really do. They do go the extra mile for protecting all the feet, hands, and all the accessories, guys. Now, of course, okay, I got the plastics off of him. He looks fantastic. And if you do notice a lot of ratchets in here, and the fabric does move around. Now, obviously, if you leave them in a pose, the fabric is going to be bunched up for a while. So if you then repose them, you might want to be careful that you don't cause any tear in the fabric. Because as you can see, as we bend him, as we pose him, fabric will move around. It will bunch up in certain spots. I know there's a big concern with that. I do love how posable he really is. Let's say he was doing a little dive maneuver. We can do that right there. Now, the joints do stick out a little bit, so you might want to play around with them a little bit. Now, guess what we have? We have toe crunch. That's right, we got that McFarlane-style toe crunch, and yes, they definitely do it better. I love all the accents of the digital, of the little tech lines. I love all, if you notice, there's a little, like a darker bronzy, almost like a reddish kind of bronze right there. That's only on one side. The circuits definitely have purpose and texture. Now, we don't have the loose wires like we did in the movie, but there is a representation giving you the idea of loose wiring. The black and gold just looks insane. And yes, by the way, guys, that is Queen's ass right there. But this is, I haven't even really posed him yet, but he looks fantastic. We haven't switched around the hands. Now, I did notice with this right here, the fabric can actually pull up. I'm not crazy about that. I'm not a fan of that. So I'm going to have to try and pose him in different ways to see if we can kind of conceal some of that. Now, as you notice right here, it did bunch up. So you might have to take your fingers, and just kind of pull the fabric down a little bit. See, like that right there. So when you pose him, I wouldn't try and pressure anything. I would just kind of straighten the fabric. Just like if you're wearing a pant leg and it gets a little turned around, you may want to play around with that just to kind of straighten things up a little bit. But he looks fantastic. I love the gauntlet right here. You know, like he's looking at it like, whoa, where did this come from? I mean, this looks fantastic. It looks amazing. And just for reference right here, guys, see if we can get him to stand up on its own. Look, Ma, no hands. He stands very well on his own right there, guys. There you go. He's not on a stand. Now, this is not the most stable table, but he stands very well. I cannot wait to... He's got, of course, his web, like he's standing out, or maybe wall crawling type hands. We have our web shooter hands. We have our fists. We have our holding hands. Of course, we get our fists. The detail. Just the sheer detail on here. I don't know. There you go. Just the detail looks amazing on here. They definitely killed it with this. Now, on here, that's all the accessories we have. We don't have... here are the... Let's see if I can get the... Here are the different, of course, Spidey eyes. Wide open, squint, and almost completely shut. Now, we don't get the other accessories like we normally do. Like, there's no web, there's no cell phone with this one. Do you really need the cell phone with this one? If you have the other Spideys, you pretty much have everything else right there. Like I said, we get some extra pins for the wrists in case they were to break off. Of course, we get our clencher. Our body clencher for any kind of special poses we might want to do with the stand. I'm going to have to play around with him to see what kind of poses we can really get out of him, guys. But he looks amazing, no pun intended. This Spider-Man looks fantastic. Now, I did have a little concern with this. I kind of have to play around with that to get it on just right. But it does go on well. I'm still debating if I want this on the left or the right. Now, I want you guys to comment in the section below, in the comment section. Let me know, would you position the Mystic Gauntlets, if you will, on his left arm or his right arm? I really want to know what you guys' thoughts is. Now, on here, because the sleeve, now the sleeve looks good right here. However, like I told you, I had the little issue where it seems like the sleeve is kind of pulled up, but I can pull it down. So really, it could go on either one. I like that there's a little triangle. You see a little bluish kind of triangle right there. We have that there, but we don't have it on the other one, which almost makes you think, is that design issue? Is this something to just stick out, or is it maybe suggesting that we should have this on this arm? So that is a question. It's a question we can have, definitely. Now, I don't believe anything connects onto the gauntlet itself. I'm going to have to play around with this. There is a white port, or sorry, not a white port, but there is a clear circled port right there. I don't know if this connects to it, maybe? I think this just ports... No, this does port on there. Okay. There you go. We learned something new. If I can get it to port in there. There we go. So yeah, it can port right on there. It doesn't look the greatest though. I really think that this should come from a web shooter, but it does port onto the Gauntlet, so that is a thing we can do. In my opinion, it's not the cleanest. It really isn't. Now, these, I believe, are meant to connect. I think this is supposed to, is this supposed to go through like this? Yeah. I think this is supposed to port in like this. And then this one ports in through the top. Or I might have this backwards, actually. But we can have a little web effect. A little mystic trapping effect. Right here. Ports right on there. So that is something cool. Now, I am going to throw a few stills of me doing a couple poses. And then if you want to see more poses, you want to go ahead and check out my Instagram at Daves_Dimension on Instagram for more posing. I'm going to do a whole series because I have some more Hot Toys coming through the pipeline, guys. So you definitely want to check that out. So let's just jump into a couple poses right now. And there we are, guys. Black and gold Spider-Man. I definitely think this is a home run. This is a must-have if you're a Spider-Man fan. If you're an MCU Spidey fan, I think this is a must-have. I mean, this is unlike anything we've ever had before. He looks amazing, no pun intended. I mean, the fabric does give me a little concern. It feels very light. It feels very thin, but I'm very confident because this is Hot Toys. Hot Toys, they always go to an extreme high detailed level. Of course, the head comes right off, of course. And of course, we can easily throw on the Tom Holland. If you want to see how he looks, he still looks great on here. Neck looks maybe a little thin from the view right there. Maybe if we were able to pull this down and it revealed like maybe regular skin tone or the neck. But I still think he looks great. I don't think I'm going to pose him with the mask off. I definitely think I like him with the mask on, at least for this one figure. Just pops right off. And there we go. I really do love this. The tech details on here are just amazing. The gold spider emblem right there. Repeated again on the back because the suit is turned inside out. This looks tremendous. This looks awesome. And like I said, I cannot wait to do more posing with him. And I will be posting those poses on Instagram. So please go ahead and check it out. And by the way, guys, if you like this video, why don't you give me that thumbs up? Let me know in the comment section below if you have this figure. And was he a plus and a minus? Was he a home run or a strikeout? Let me know in the comment section below. And if not, what is your favorite Hot Toy? If you have a Hot Toy, what is your favorite 1/6 scale or favorite Hot Toy figure that you have? What is your favorite Spider-Man of all time? I want to know that in the comment section below. But guys, it's a little late, so we're going to go ahead and cut this. As always, guys, I want to thank everyone who's been supporting Dave's Dimension for the past, 4 going on 5 years. You guys are tremendous. We, as a channel, we have a lot coming up in 2025. Guys, I can't wait for you guys to see what we got going on. Stream for the Cure will be back and bigger than ever. In fact, this year for Stream for the Cure, we will be giving away a Hot Toy. I will be announcing that at a later point in time. And those that don't know what Stream for the Cure is, every year I hold just a marathon of a stream where all the proceeds go to Ride for Roswell, which is Roswell Park Comprehensive Cancer Institute. So please stay tuned for more details on that coming soon. But guys, until next time, you know what I'm going to say. I say it every single time. Keep on busting. And I'm always going to catch you on the flip side. Take care, guys.
I've got an itch I can't scratch, I'm missing a piece that completes a whole part of me, an open wound scar to see. Everybody come here, gather round, welcome to the freak show, the best in town. What the hell's wrong with me? I don't get along with anybody, honestly. I've been living in my own head constantly, thoughts jumbled round, think I need a new lobotomy. Wait, all these thoughts are too negative. I don't wanna get lost in the sedative. Gotta show them what I got, I'm competitive. You know I'm about to go